I was tripping out when the Indominosaurus started doing the raptor.
Greetings and welcome to Axial Skeleton. I'm Phil.
I'm AD.
You want to talk a little louder?
I'm AD.
And we're here to review Jurassic World, spoiler edition, alright?
Spoiler, fuck, I'm gonna ruin it for you. Don't watch this first.
Yes, so keep in mind, you have been warned, this is a spoiler-heavy review. If you have not seen Jurassic World, go see Jurassic World.
Go watch it.
And come right back to us. And if you have seen already, go check out our non-spoiler version. It's up on the YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe while you're at it, too. Hell yeah. Alright, so, Jurassic World. First of all, I want to give a shout-out to Jurassic World for being the biggest moneymaker weekend of all time. It surpassed the Avengers.
They literally sunk the Titanic.
The dinosaurs rule the earth once again, baby. And so, alright, let's talk about the movie, alright? So the movie, it is set 22 years after the events of the first Jurassic Park movie. So we've already know that. Now, the park is fully functional. There's dinosaurs, there's triceratops where kids can ride on them.
They have horseback rides, but it's not a fucking horseback. It's a triceratops. Like, it's a little, oh man, it's great. I'm going there for my next summer vacation next year.
I think bachelor party, man. Whichever one of our friends is getting married, boom, Jurassic World, man. But let's talk about the park itself. The park, it has a little bit of SeaWorld, has a little bit of Universal Studios, has a little bit of San Diego Zoo, all mixed into one with dinosaurs. It was so awesome. I like I said in the previous video, I was getting pissed off of the fact that this is a fictional place because I really believed this place was real. Now, let's talk about the story a little bit. Okay, the story is
legit, by the way.
It's a fully functional park. Everything's going smooth. However, they do the same mistakes they did in the same one. They just altered a little bit. They designed this new, super advanced, super smart, highly intelligent raptor.
Color changing.
Yeah, that's right. Known as the Indominus Rex.
They didn't show that, by the way. It kind of pissed me off.
Yeah. Now, the reason why they created a whole new dinosaur because I guess they wanted new attractions. I guess people were getting bored.
Corporate heads wanted to make more money, and apparently dinosaurs aren't cool enough.
I don't see why not. I was like, dude, if I see a Brachiosaurus or a Triceratops or a Stegosaurus, I don't care. I'm gonna be amazed.
Stegosaurus would have got me there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Favorite dinosaur.
I'm more of a T-Rex kind of guy, but well, that's another debate. But yeah, also they create the Indominus Rex, and it just turns into a 90-minute monster movie. Okay, the entire park is destroying everything.
What I thought was really cool is they took everything that you learn from the Jurassic Park and they sum it up into like a little tour, like in the movie. Like you see little kids walking by, and instead of being on that tourist ride from the first one, it's just like a display at Jurassic World. They nailed it, man.
Well, the movie itself, the park looked beautiful. The dinosaurs looked really cool.
CG was on point.
To a point. All right, close up on the raptors. They looked a little bit too, especially the part where the dude gets dragged into there, and Chris Pratt's like, "Hey, eyes on me, and like when the close-ups on the raptors, and then like they almost killed the dude with the pig. I felt like I was like, all right, the CG was a little 1999, 2001-ish, but overall the CG was good, especially like from far shots. You know, what Spielberg did in the original movie was very smart. Like he did CG from long shots, and he did animatronics for the close-ups. And we were talking about the death of that one Brachiosaurus. It was an extremely sad scene.
So hilarious.
He thinks it's hilarious. I thought I'm a normal human being, so
I was laughing.
I was kind of sad when Chris Pratt was holding the dead Brachiosaurus. I couldn't tell if that was CG or animatronic.
That was animatronic.
It looked really clean. What if it was like super clean CG? But then again,
I thought it was animatronic. Like, I hope that's the only part of the movie where I think they use like.
I really strongly hope that it was animatronic because I felt that this movie needed a little bit more animatronic, less CG. I think they relied a little bit too much on the CG.
That damn Brachiosaurus dying.
That dying Brachiosaurus.
Oh my god, I was laughing so hard. Like I was like holding it back so hard, dude.
I was sitting next to you, man. That was pretty messed up.
It was funny.
There's nothing funny about a dying dinosaur, dude.
Okay, like it was funny. Like what made me laugh is just like the way it sounded, and it was real small and weird looking, and it was like one of the only dinosaurs in the movie to be like I think it was an animatronic. That shit did not look CGI at all.
Yeah, it looked...
But it was like... like, and he's holding it, and then, like, I thought it died, and then it came back for another one. And then finally it died. And then I was rolling at that point. I was laughing so hard. And then what made me laugh even harder is like the camera zooms out and you see all the other dead ones like across the valley. And I was like, oh man, it'd be so hilarious if they went up to each dead one and they had that moment with all the 20 dead brachiosauruses out in the lawn.
That's messed up.
I don't know. I think they nailed it, especially with that sea demon. Oh man, that thing was great.
And that's another thing too. That sea creature kind of stole the show at the third act when Bryce Dallas Howard. Shout out to her for doing everything she did in high heels, by the way. All right. But the scene where at the very end, like
this epic fight going down. It started off with
the Indominus Rex.
Three raptors?
Yeah,
or four
raptors. It was, I think it was all...
Three raptors, and because they killed one before that.
Yeah.
It was 3 raptors versus the Indominus, and then something happened where 2 of them got killed
they got killed by the Indominus, and now it's the Indominus against the humans. He's trying to get at the humans, so Bryce Dallas Howard, she gets a flare, and she goes into the Tyrannosaurus
So many, they nailed so many little, like, nostalgic points.
Yeah,
like,
the flare, the T-Rex when he came out, the music, the thuds.
They even have, it's like a tour on Jurassic World where it's the damn goat.
Oh yeah,
from the first movie.
There's a goat, yeah.
And it's set up the same way. It's great.
Rex is good. Let's talk about some certain scenes where I kind of had like, okay, like
there was certain lines.
Certain lines of dialogue where I felt like, okay, the guy in the computer, the smart scientist guy, he was kind of funny, but not all the time. Like I think he was like 85, maybe 90% funny.
He was like super cliche funny.
Yeah, he kind of was like the cliche comedian, nerd, scientist guy of the movie. Yeah, hipster. Yeah, sort of. And then there was the assistant. I thought it was very funny when he's like, "I'm gonna stay. Someone needs to stay," and he goes and reaches for the girl, tries to kiss her. He's like, "I have a boyfriend." He's like, "Oh, really?" He's like,
the bitch could have kissed him.
Like, I would have gone for it. I'm
like, I don't care. It was the story was great. Like lots of people died, and what I liked about it is it wasn't really gory, but the camera tricks they used to like show the kill scenes was pretty sick. Like, it was shocking.
Yeah, and the Indominus Rex is not the only villain in this movie. We also got Vincent D'Onofrio. He plays like this military guy who seemed like he had a fucked up childhood. I don't know. The one I saw, I was like, man, you seem like the kind of asshole that would burn ants with a magnifying glass. But his death scene, I felt like it was like we all knew he was gonna die eventually because he seemed like the asshole of the movie. I was like, this guy's gonna get eaten by the Indominus or Raptor, and he ultimately did get eaten by a Raptor. Like, he bit his arm.
And it's so ironic too. He's trying to defend the raptors, and he's talking about weaponizing them. And
I didn't catch that. Yeah, good job. And he gets killed by the thing that he's trying to develop.
Yeah, he's trying he's trying to reason with this creature. Yeah. And this thing eats him alive.
That's
like,
cool.
It's funny.
And that's another thing about the raptors. Everybody was getting all like, ew, why is there trained raptors, blah, blah, blah. That's why you do not judge a trailer by its cover. Because in the movie, they're not fully trained. In the movie, you see Chris Pratt at the top by the bridge. He's doing his training from a distance. But then the guy falls in there because of the pig, and there's an accident.
Things are about to tear him apart.
He had no choice but to jump in there and be face to face with the damn raptors. And he says, okay, everyone calm down.
And he still wasn't in control.
He was not in control. He had to run to the gate so the gate would close, and those raptors were ready to take on. They were
going to eat his ass.
They were not fully domesticated. These animals were still wild beasts. You cannot tame a raptor, apparently. And what was really cool is that just when you thought the raptors are finally on their side, they got the GoPro cameras. They're running with freaking Chris Pratt in the motorcycle, which is a really awesome shot.
Sick ass scene.
Yeah, it really is a cool scene with the GoPro cameras and everything. But just when the raptors get in touch with the Indominus, they find out, oh shit.
You find out
the Indominus
is part fucking raptor.
And that's when I really loved when the raptors just turned around on the humans. And I was,
see what they're looking at?
Yeah, and I was like, holy shit, this movie just got real. That moment right there when the Indominus Rex was communicating with the raptors turn around and they turn on him, that just shows that the raptor's not tame. Ultimately, the Raptors do like come to their senses apparently, and they're like, hey, you know what? Maybe this Indominus Rex really is a real asshole. We need to get rid of this guy because everything was running smoothly until this guy showed up here. So yeah, that's where they have the epic battle with the Raptors, the Indominus, the T-Rex, and then the freaking Megalodon shows up and he deep blue sees him.
He Samuel L. Jackson's the shit out of the Indominus.
Indominus Rex is like, no motherfucker, blah 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 blah, and then here comes the freaking Megalodon from the water, takes him and he drags him into. I was
we gotta make a meme out of that.
I immediately thought of Samuel L. Jackson and Deep Blue Sea from that scene, and I was like, oh, dude, the Indominus just got Deep Blue Seed.
It was gnarly. I know maybe because I was so into the fight scene that was going on, but I did not see that kill coming.
Yeah,
like.
I didn't either. And there were some other things too. Did you catch the guy when the pterodactyls were attacking? Did you catch the guy who had the margaritas? He had to get his 2 margaritas and then run for his life.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that?
That was funny.
That's me. That's what I would
and then that part, like right after that part. Okay, so there's this assistant watching the two of the main characters, and she loses them, and then these pterodactyls and all kinds of other flying dinosaur creatures get loose. They grab her, drag her into the air. She almost falls. It catches her, and then drops her into the water where the damn Megalodon is swimming. Yeah. But that doesn't happen right away. It fishes her out like it's jamming her, drowning her. It starts leaving out of the water, and that's the scene we see from the preview where it's eating in the. It was epic.
Yeah, and just when you thought, I was like, no way, this girl's gonna get eaten. She gets eaten by a freaking pterodactyl and the freaking Shamu Megalodon thing, and like this movie, it was gnarly. There were some epic moments,
epic deaths.
Yeah, there was some stuff that I was like, all right, man, this is a summer blockbuster. This is the reason why we go to the movies.
It was lots of fun.
Yes,
lots of fun.
Fun is the key word.
One thing that really bugged me. Like, there's got to be some kind of Jurassic World panel out there that we could discuss this with. Okay, so they made this Indominus Rex in an egg in a lab. They made 2 of them, and then they asked like, "Oh, there's 2 of them. Where's the sibling?" And they're like, "Oh, it killed the sibling." And then later on, Star-Lord's like, "Oh, this thing has never had any communication besides that thing that feeds it. It's got horrible communication skills," something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
And then, okay, so they're saying that this thing's like a mental case fucking dinosaur, right? Okay, well then later on in the movie, the scene that we're talking about where the Raptors meet this thing, and then all of a sudden they're all buddy old pals, and this thing's supposed to be a schizophrenic dinosaur. Like, that part, like, didn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
He is, apparently he's not, apparently he does not have awkward social skills. I mean, he meets he meets some raptors, he automatically becomes buddy with them.
Best buds.
Yeah, no problem. The guy has amazing social skills.
That part just didn't make sense to me. Like, it killed its little brother, but it was friends with these strangers.
Yeah.
Kids.
All right, so we're gonna talk a little bit about the characters now. The kids. There's 2 kids. The little younglings. What'd you think about those kids? Were they necessary to the story?
It was all right.
His nephew. I was helping.
Oh yeah, and Jeff Goldblum. There was a.
Oh yeah. If you guys didn't catch that, just real quick, if you didn't catch the Jeff Goldblum book on the bottom right hand corner of the screen, the guy who's talking to the girl on the computer is like, yeah, I didn't meet him until I was 12 or something like that. If you look, he's got a book, Ian Malcolm's book, and at
Chaos
the back,
Theory.
Yeah, and at the back of it, you see a picture of Jeff Goldblum right there as like about the author section. Okay. So anyways, the kids. I thought the little boy was good. I felt his excitement when he was running around, when he opens the screen doors and you see the and then he's running around the park.
Flipping out.
Yeah, I felt his excitement when he's going up the escalators like, come on, hurry up. And that fucking teenager, I already talked about this teenager in the last video, but I'll talk about him some more. All right? If you're going to Jurassic Park where there's tons of dinosaurs and hot babes, okay, all right, hot babes, okay, if you're going to be a creeper, I understand. I was like, check out the girls, fine. But check out the dinosaurs too. Don't be on your Don't be on your fucking phone, fucking Instagram and Twitter.
Snapchatting your girlfriend?
Yeah, man. Forget your girlfriend. She's not cool enough to go to Jurassic World, but you were, and you're on your fucking phone the whole time. Get off the phone, damn it. Okay, anyways. So Bryce Dallas Howard, the girl. At first I thought she was pretty stale in the beginning of the movie.
Kind of rough.
Yeah, I thought she was kind of like whatever, one-dimensional, whatever. But eventually, throughout the movie, her character develops. She and Star-Lord, when they're looking for the kids in the river, she takes off her blouse and she's like, "I'm ready." That's when I felt like she's like, okay, this character just grew up a little bit, just developed even more because shit just got real. She's missing her nephews. That was supposed to be her damn responsibility, but the fact that she lost them just gave her motivation to go. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead with this fucking Star-Lord guide, and I'm gonna go look for my nephews. And she was really cool about it is that she was doing all this stuff with high heels, and she's a badass. She was driving the damn Jeep when she has the kids in there. She was good. She had enough balls to get a flare and to go open up the Tyrannosaurus paddock to go bring out the T-Rex. Shout out to her.
Pretty gnarly.
Yeah, she was good. Yeah. Now let's move on to Chris Pratt's character, Owen. I don't remember his last name. Or Grady, I think it was. Anyways, so Chris Pratt, Star-Lord. There you go. That's how we know him, Star-Lord. All right, this guy's badass. All right, let me just say, there's tons of rumors going on that he might be the new Indiana Jones. After seeing this, if they're gonna have to reboot the Indiana Jones movie, go with Chris Pratt. I'm sold. This guy, he had swagger. He had the confidence. This guy, he played this ex-Navy SEAL kind of guy. He's training the Raptors.
It looked at the beginning of the movie, like when he's talking to the Raptors, it looked like he was training dolphins. That's what it reminded me of. Because he has this little clicker thing and he's throwing them treats. Yeah. Like, it looked like he was talking with dolphins.
There's actually a theory that I read online that's apparently there's a theory that his character is the little boy from the first Jurassic Park. Not Timmy, the little chunky kid that got what's his name? Sam Neill's character, Alan, Dr. Grant was telling the story about Raptor.
It looks more like a big chicken.
Yeah, that guy. A little 6-foot turkey or something like that. Yeah. Supposedly that's him. We don't know yet. It's a theory. But I thought Chris Pratt was good. He was a great leading man. This guy, I really love the part where he's like, that's Charlie, that's Delta, that's Blue, and he's like, and who's the Alpha? He's like, you're looking at him, kid. Yeah. I was like, that's fucking awesome. Chris Pratt, salute to you, sir. All right.
Chris Pratt took the show. Like, he's a solid actor, and he didn't let this movie down at all.
Yeah, absolutely, totally agree. Back to the little boys, those two boys, all right, when they're in the sphere, and here's another reason why I hated this freaking teenager, but I felt like it was necessary for the story to build more suspense. When there's a broken gate, and it looks like a deep rape alley freaking forest, and they're like, we shouldn't go in there, and the kid's like, hey, we got VIP passes, let's go do it.
We can go anywhere.
Yeah, we can go anywhere. So that's when they go in there, and of course they're going to run into the Indominus Rex. That scene was pretty intense. It reminded me of Jurassic Park 1 when the kids were in the Jeep and the T-Rex is trying to break through the glass.
Another nostalgic point. They're trying to they're looking in this like glass dome that moves around, and the little kid's like, look, and you look up and it's the same scene from the Tyrannosaurus looking into the Jeep.
It was basically a nod to the original Jurassic Park.
They had a bunch of legit nods to Jurassic Park.
They did. I felt like
they did it without copying it.
I felt like the filmmakers were like, look, nothing can top the first Jurassic Park movie because there's been already 2 attempts and they failed. Listen, let's just make a fun movie for the summer blockbuster movie. We'll add it to the summer blockbuster machine. We're not going to attempt to bring back that magic that the first one had. So let's just make this crazy monster movie where we already have an operating Jurassic World theme park, and there's a monster or Indominus Rex attacking, destroying. He lets out a whole bunch of pterodactyls or attacking human beings. This is the kind of Jurassic Park movie I've been waiting for a long time, actually. I mean, we've seen the science, we've seen Jeff Goldblum and Sam Neill and all that. We've seen that it was an amazing movie. 1993's Jurassic Park is an amazing classic, and I felt like when I saw the trailers for this movie, I knew off the bat, like, there's nothing, it's not going to top the first movie, but let's enjoy it anyways, because that's the kind, they knew they weren't going to top it, but they went ahead and just did something fun.
Ooh.
That was it.
Oh, and I gave it 4.5 skulls because of that damn dying Brontosaurus. That shit had me laughing. But the movie, the movie in its entirety is a must-see.
Exactly.
While it's in movie theaters.
The key word is fun. Go see it in theaters. Go see it in IMAX if you can, because this movie is meant to be seen in the theaters. This is the kind of movie.
Great.
It's the reason why we go to the movies, to escape a little bit from reality. It's awesome.
And go to Jurassic World.
Exactly, man. I fucking loved it. I was getting pissed at the fact that it's not a real place. Anyways, so what did you guys think about Jurassic World? Connect with us. Talk to us. You've seen the movie. You loved it. Did you hate it? What's your favorite Jurassic Park movie? Tell me what you thought about Jurassic World.
What's your favorite dinosaur? Mine's a Stegosaurus.
Mine's a T-Rex. What's yours? Anyways, so let us know. Be sure to check out our latest episode of the podcast. Be on the lookout for the next review on YouTube. And follow our blog at axialskeleton.wordpress.com. I'm Phil.
I'm AD.
And you guys stay focused, stay sharp,
and Axial On.